Hey guys, we're back with another reaction. We just finished doing the Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. We are moving on to his next album, doing a few random singles and features before we get there. But today we have another song that Jess would like to show me.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Okay, so today we're gonna do Disasterpiece by Slipknot.
Okay.
Do you know it?
I don't think so. I figured we were going to be doing Slipknot again since we did that once before, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think I know the song. I mean, have you ever showed it to me?
I've played it before, like in the house and around the house, so maybe you know it. Um, Maybe you weren't listening or you're too far away.
I usually don't listen. I'm listening to my own music when you have yours going on.
But as I was saying, I did say I wanted to show you this song. It's a lot harder than it's probably one of their hardest songs that I know. Let me know if it is in fact their hardest song in your opinion, or if you know of a harder one. But in my opinion, it's the hardest song that I know by them.
Interesting.
So should make for a good reaction. And also stay tuned for the end because I have a very interesting story about this song that many people probably don't know unless you grew up in like the 90s and 2000s.
Right. Interesting.
Yes.
So yeah, as I mentioned last video, this isn't really my genre of music, so Jess is showing me these songs,
Yep.
even though I don't really like them. Although I did like the last Slipknot
You liked
reaction.
Kill Pop.
I
You
did.
liked Kill
I
Pop.
did. All right, here we go.
Yes. Okay, I wanted to stop right there before we got a little too far and before we got into the chorus. So, what are your thoughts so far? You look red.
I
Your
don't
face is
know.
red.
So
Too much for you.
there's a lot fucking going on. I have no clue what is happening right now.
Okay, so let's go through these lyrics here. So I find it interesting. In the beginning of the song, he goes, hold on to something. I'm having trouble showing it right now, but he says, hold on to something. So it makes me think like he's about to take you for a crazy ride.
Yeah.
So, like, when you're in the car and your mom's like, oh, grab the bar, you already know that like a very serious break is happening.
Yeah. So I will make note that so it started off like it was like a normal song and then it got
Yeah.
very chaotic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here is where you're talking about where it gets really chaotic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to slit your throat and fuck the wound. That brings up some pretty crazy images in your head, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he says, I want to push my face in and feel the swoon. So very angry.
Yeah.
Very angry, for sure. What do you think so far? What do you think the lyrics mean?
I don't fucking know yet. I don't know. He's talking about slitting throats. So, I don't know. Hurting, killing somebody.
So this song is really about like being bullied. Like Corey Taylor was bullied when he was younger. So this is really sort of like a dedication to his bullies and how it made him feel. So it's not like a very happy song. I will say, like, obviously we all know Corey Taylor's not going to go out and kill all of these people.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
It's just like an angry song. Like, I feel like it's something you would listen to if you were being bullied a lot and you just had so much like anger and rage inside of you.
Yeah.
It would help you to like release all those emotions and all of that anger.
For sure.
So he says, I want to dig inside. So here, this is what I find interesting. So this, I want to dig inside, find a little bit of me. So if you're talking about your bully, and you're like, I want to dig inside, find a little bit of me, like, to me, that means that he wants to, like, even though he's killing you, he kind of still wants to see, like, maybe that you are human, or to see if maybe there's like a small part of him inside of his bully. Like, maybe that's why his bully was bullying him and hated him so much, because he like saw aspects of himself in him, which kind of tells me he almost wants to just like to point to like convince himself like, oh, I'm not being bullied just because of how I am. Like, there's a problem with the bully. Like, there's a problem with him.
Yeah.
That he's bullying me, I think. And then he goes, my wormwood meets your pesticide.
Yeah, I found that line confusing.
Hold on, I'm pulling the lyrics up on my phone because this video does not want to work with me. Like, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, so when he said, my wormwood meets your pesticide, I'm assuming wormwood's like a plant or something, and then pesticide kills plants, so...
So it's funny because wormwood is like a really strong, like pretty crazy plant. It's one of the active ingredients in like old school absinthe, which can make you trip and things like that. And I think it's a really strong plant. So I think when he says my wormwood meets your pesticide, it's like, hey, like you're just like this toxic, horrible person, but like I'm going to stand up to you.
Interesting.
I think. Then he goes, you'll never get out because you were never alive. I am infinite. I am the infant finite. So this line, to me, I think he is making a reference to, like, you know, the term like infant terrible.
Yeah.
So I am infinite, meaning he will live on forever. But he says I'm the infant finite. So if you look up what that means in French,
Forever.
it means I am the finished child.
Interesting.
So that could also mean that it could be pretty literal, and he's like, I'm just, like, when he was a child, he was just fucking done with being bullied and all the shit that he was dealing with.
Yeah.
Or take it as you may. Like, I think that's what he means there, but let me know if you disagree with me.
All right.
And then he goes, come a little closer and I'll show you why no one is safe. And then let's get back to where we were for the chorus.
All right.
Okay, I just wanted to get that little bit of chorus in there real quick. So, in the chorus, he says, noises, noises, people make noises.
Mm-hmm.
People make noises when they're sick.
Yeah, that's funny.
What are your thoughts on that?
So, I mean, I mean, the obvious literal interpretation is, that when you're sick, you're making noises. You're either puking or moaning or whatever.
So yeah, I sort of take this as like, because the song is about bullies and being bullied. So I think when he says noises, noises, people make noises when they're sick. To me, that means like bullies will just like talk shit because they're sick and like fucked up
Yeah.
individuals. I think.
Yeah, that's like that saying that the most insecure people are the loudest ones in the room.
Yeah,
That kind of sounds
exactly.
like that.
Exactly. That's how I feel too. And then after the chorus, he goes in, how does it feel to be locked inside another dream that never had a chance of being realized?
I mean, that's
So,
like torture. In a
exactly.
dream that's
It's
never
like
realized.
you're stuck in a dream that's never going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
And then is what the fuck are you looking at? I'll tell you what you're looking at. Everyone you ever fucking laughed at. So that just like further drives home the bully point. Like
Yeah.
it's like I can imagine like Corey Taylor and like all his friends just like standing there facing like that one bully and they're already like beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like that's what I imagine in my head. And then he goes, look in my eyes for the answers, typical. I can feel it underneath like a miracle. Everybody in the world needs more than lies and consequences to power them. Once again, it's me and no one else. I can't remember if there was a someone else. It's not mine. It's not fair. It's out of my hands and it's shaking. You'll never take me. So I like the way he's like screaming, but then he sort of like stops screaming and he almost goes a little bit into his singing voice, which I absolutely love. I think he has the most amazing voice.
Yeah, I noticed the transition. It changed into like
Yeah.
a totally different song.
Yeah, it's
Kind
almost
of.
like he couldn't keep screaming or was trying to get more real. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
like just trying to be like real here, you know?
for sure.
And so it's interesting when he says it's me and no one else. I can't remember if there was a someone else. Like he's so like invested in what he's doing at this point and trying to like get back at his bullies that he doesn't even know if he was really like doing this with anyone. Like all like just tunnel vision, I
Yeah.
guess. That's what that means to me at least. But then it goes back into the chorus again.
All right.
And we can try. We'll go a little further now. Okay. Sorry, I almost forgot to pause. Okay. So, what are your thoughts of that so far?
It's interesting. It keeps changing, like the
Yeah,
pace.
like it sounds like it turns into a whole different song right there.
Yeah.
It was just like a really long guitar
So
solo.
yeah, the guitar is incredible. I mean, it's awesome. I really like the drumming. The drumming's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Joey Jordison.
Oh, I heard someone from their band died.
Yeah, last year. I think it was in July. It's crazy. He was so young. I mean, like, not like so young, but he was 46, I think, and he just passed away in his sleep, or so they say. That's
Pretty
what the
young.
statement says, but it's very
Interesting.
young to just die in your sleep,
Yeah.
like with no cause.
Yeah, it's
It's
sad.
crazy. Okay. So I like what he does here. He goes like, hate ain't enough to describe me. Like he like emphasizes the word.
Yeah, I
Let's
saw
see
that
if we
on the
can
lyrics too.
pull that up.
Yeah,
Here,
they have them
yeah,
in
like
parentheses on the video.
scream, somewhere between screaming and crying. Why? Oh, this video. It says, why? When do I get to know why? And then he goes into saying, I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah, I caught that. That was cool.
Yeah. So that's awesome because first he's saying, like, I'm not supposed to be here at all. And then he's like, well, not even just not supposed to be here, but like, I'm not supposed to be alive.
Yeah, not supposed to exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's keep going. What are your thoughts so far, though?
It's interesting. It's chaotic. I get
Yes.
Disasterpiece, play on Masterpiece. It's
Yeah, like intentionally chaotic.
yeah.
Like the beat sounds really chaotic, but it actually has a really good flow.
Yeah.
If you listen to it.
For sure.
Goodbye, so depressing. Withering away. Take a look inside. My soul is missing. All I have is dead, so I'll take you with me. Feel like I'm erased, so kill me just in case. I feel like I'm erased, so kill me just in case. Don't die, just in case. Nothing will be mine. Can see the stars in my eyes. I'm at the bottom of it. I'm at the bottom of it. Starting wide alive. You don't live in fucking stars. I'm at the bottom of it. I'm at the bottom of it. Is there another way to live? 'Cause it's the only way to die. I'm at the bottom of it. I'm at the bottom of it. God.
So I figured I would just let that one play out right there, but we do have a lot to talk about.
All right.
Like, it's awesome when he starts saying, like, pull your hands away, I'm gone, goodbye. It's so depressing. He goes right, excuse me, choking on nothing. He goes right into, like, his, like, quieter, like, singing type voice.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Which is a nice transition from, like, all the screaming and yelling.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's see. And he's pretty much saying, like, he's done, like, he's gone, everything's depressing, he's withering away. And then he goes to say, all I have is dead, so I'll take you with me. I feel like I'm erased, so kill me just in case.
Yeah, I saw that line. That's
So
funny.
it sounds like he wants to, like, kill himself because he has, like, nothing left, and he's just going to take that mean old bully within.
Yeah.
And so he does that again where he says the word that first he starts saying the word that describes the sentence he's saying.
Yes, what I
like
see
he
here.
says, oh God, I can't. Covet, everything around me's mine.
Yeah.
So like that's what coveting is, which is so interesting. And then he goes into stay.
Yeah, I like that. I like how he does that. He like says it and then like I don't know if he's
emphasizes.
defining for all of them. Does it? Because I thought that's what he was doing, but then I was like, oh, maybe.
It's sort
not.
of like either defines it, emphasizes or explains it.
Yeah.
Because like he's like, covet, everything around me is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, stay, can't see through the skies in my eyes. Then he goes down, scratching and clawing all the way. So like that's the direction that he's scratching and clawing in. And then he says, stay, you won't let me fucking stay. So then that emphasizes it. And he goes, live, is there another way to live? Die, because it's the only way to die. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be. And then, yeah, then he just starts shouting, no, no. And it's just like blood curdling screams as if like someone's being buried alive.
Yeah.
And that is the whole song.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to know what you thought, and then I will tell you the story that I have to tell you.
So I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Yes.
It's all over the place. I feel like I would probably need to listen to it again. You know what I mean? To
You had to
like
really understand it
get a feel. I mean, that's the only
and get a gauge of
downside.
how you feel about it.
Yeah, the only downside of doing like the breakdown is it breaks up the song. You know what I mean? But I mean, honestly, it made sense. There's so many transitions in this fucking
Yes,
song.
I know.
It started off normal, and then it started getting crazy with the drums and the guitar, and then he's screaming and then singing.
So a lot of their songs are like that. Like
Yeah.
where if let's say like you skipped a minute into a song, you would think you were listening to a completely different song.
Yeah, it sounded
like it'll
like
go
that.
from like screaming to singing, and you're like, oh wow, like
Yeah.
just like a lot of different transitions. And the song's like very hard. Like I started this video and my hair was all nice, and now it's just all messed up
Yeah.
just from like bopping my head. But okay, story time. So back in, I want to say it was either the late 90s, early 2000s. I can't remember what year it was. Let's see. Let me find out real quick.
Do you know when this song
When
came
did
out?
this song came out? I can't remember exactly.
I mean, because I remember Slipknot since I was in like junior high. There was kids with like Slipknot shirts, and that was like in the 90s.
Yeah,
You know?
same. Huh. Why am I not finding the year that this song came out?
I don't know. I'm sure it's easy.
But like either way, it was a long ago, because there was actually a court case where there were two young kids. One of them was a boy, one was a girl. The girl's name was like Amber Riley, and the boy's name was something Harris. I don't remember his first name. And they were actually like obsessed with Slipknot and listening to like all their Slipknot songs, and then they decided it was like a full premeditated murder. They got knives and decided they were going to meet up with their like friend named Terry and murder him. And they were listening to Slipknot, specifically this song. They were listening to the song before they killed him. They recited the lyrics to this song as they were killing him, stabbing him to death. And then I believe they listened to more Slipknot after they murdered him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then this song was pulled into that court case.
Yeah, they tried to blame
tried
them.
to blame Slipknot, but like
Yeah.
no one was having that. Slipknot wasn't even having that. They're like, we're not encouraging anyone to kill anybody
course
by
not.
having this song out. Like, if people are gonna use this song and say that it made them want to kill people, like that just like they're just crazy.
Yeah.
Like normal people don't do that.
No, of course not. It's
And
bullshit.
yeah, so that was crazy story I wanted to share.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yep.
So yeah, it's an interesting song. You know, again, it's not my type of music.
I know.
I think I liked Kill Pop better than this.
Yeah,
But
this
I
is
don't hate this. I appreciate, you know, so it's Disasterpiece, play on Masterpiece. I
Yes.
appreciate I was kind of like chaotic and discordant in a way, you know.
very much so.
It was cool though. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this isn't my favorite Slipknot song. I don't listen to it a lot because, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it is very good, and I love the meaning. And yeah, it's just really great overall.
Yeah.
But don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you
Yes.
guys next time, okay?
See you soon. Bye.